So hope you all are doing well in this challenging COVID environment. Just stay safe, stay healthy, stay at home. And so yes, I hope that everyone has completed their IPG Carmichael vehicle model submission. So the deadline was yesterday, and now we are going to talk about the test run. So tomorrow we'll be releasing the dynamic event tracks, and you will be given 2 days for testing your vehicle on those tracks and finalizing the manual and IPG driver model. As the vehicle model is already submitted before the release of tracks, you won't the teams won't be allowed to do any type of changes in their vehicle parameters or in their vehicle model itself. So what all changes that they can do in maneuver and IPG driver model to successfully maneuver through that, to successfully complete that track and get the optimum results. So that I'll be explaining to you. Can everyone please mute yourself? Requesting all the team members to mute. Okay. Uh, okay. So the Manor and IPG driver model, and the deadline for that will be 20th of April. Once the tracks are released tomorrow, we'll be giving 2 days. And just note that this deadline is 6 p.m. in the evening, 20th April 6 p.m. Unlike the 11:59 p.m. deadline, it will be 6 p.m. on 20th April. So please note down that. Also, we hope that the test track that was shared through this document. So you already have Okay, so you already have successfully gone through it, and hope that that test track must have really helped you in seeing what all changes you can do in the Manor and MPG driver to propel your vehicle successfully through the track. Okay, so I'll be explaining you the Manor and IPG driver iterations on the test track itself. So this is the test track that was shared. Okay. So for this, the driver. So all the teams have to note that the cruising speed in the IPG driver model has to be restricted to 60 km/h or less than that. Then the corner cutting coefficient, the change of pedals time, the acceleration by deceleration ratio, longitudinal acceleration, deceleration, lateral acceleration, all these values you can edit as per your requirement. Only the cruising speed, you should note down that it should be restricted to 60 km/h. You can put it below that if you think that the less speed will help you maneuver through the track properly. Okay. So also one thing to note down here is that the longitudinal acceleration and the deceleration. If your vehicle is capable of, say, for example, going 6.5 meter per second square, but if you put the longitudinal acceleration as 8, IPG car maker will directly ultimately restrict your capability to 6.5. Not on this step, but while simulation, it will automatically restrict it to 6.5. So just note down that you don't do anything like that. Just keep the longitudinal acceleration equal to the maximum acceleration capability of your powertrain or below it. If you keep it 4.5, then IPV driver won't accelerate beyond 4.5 even if the powertrain is capable of. But if you put a value beyond that, it won't be accelerated. It will restrict itself to the powertrain capability. So just note down that. Same with deceleration. Same with the deceleration value. If it is capable of going -6 meter per second square deceleration, if you put beyond that, then it won't go beyond 6. But if you put a value of -4, then definitely it will take the least the value that is less, -4 or -6. Then the lateral acceleration. So lateral acceleration you can change as per your requirement. There is no constraint as such for the lateral acceleration part. Just a second. So, but the thing to note down in the lateral acceleration part is that if you increase your lateral acceleration, so say for example, I input it to 6 meter per second square, what will happen is when the vehicle is taking a turn, if it is taking a turn at say 35 km/h, and the lateral acceleration is 6. So the vehicle will ultimately topple. But if the vehicle, if you send that vehicle at a speed of 25 with a lateral acceleration of 6, then it will definitely it definitely might go through that curve with a speed of 25. But if the speed goes on increasing, say 35, 40, then it will topple at this. So if you reduce this lateral acceleration to 4 meter per second square, and if the vehicle is capable, and if you just keep your cruising speed to 60, what the vehicle will do is that it will try to take that turn with an optimum value of speed, such that the lateral acceleration doesn't go beyond this value, that is the 4 meter per second square value, and your vehicle won't topple. So accordingly, you have to adjust the lateral acceleration value such that the software decides ultimately at what speed does it want to maneuver through that particular turn. So these are the three changes that you can do in the IPG driver part: longitudinal acceleration, longitudinal deceleration, lateral acceleration. Also, one thing to note down is that if you put a longitudinal acceleration value is say for example almost 6.5, and your deceleration is almost -8, and if the vehicle is coming at a speed of 40 kilometer per hour, and a turn, there is a perpendicular turn on the track, then what ultimately will happen is that your vehicle will roll over. So you also have to see that the longitudinal deceleration value is also optimized accordingly. Say if the vehicle is capable of -8, but but if you keep that longitudinal deceleration value for for that particular track, then it will definitely roll over. So you have to adjust the deceleration value such that your vehicle doesn't roll over. You are able to complete the track. So these are the three main things: longitudinal acceleration, deceleration, lateral acceleration. There is no constraint. You can edit this value such that you get the result that you desire on that particular track. Okay, then the corner cutting coefficient. So corner cutting coefficient, if you put it at 0, then the vehicle will try to stick to the center line of the path, that is the track. If you keep it to 1, it means that the vehicle will try to utilize the complete width of the track in order to get the least value, in order to complete that track in the least amount of time. So corner cutting coefficient also you can change as per your desire. It can be any value between 0 to 1. Okay. So as per your vehicle design, keeping in mind your the center of gravity position of the vehicle, of the overall center of gravity, I'm saying, keeping in mind that thing, then the lateral acceleration that the vehicle is capable of going, longitudinal acceleration. Accordingly, you will have to adjust the corner cutting coefficient so that it goes through each and every track properly. Okay. Then the delta of change of pedals and delta acceleration by deceleration value also you can input as per your design. Traffic, you have to switch it off. If some team wants to use a race driver, the racing driver, they can do so. It's not an issue. So there is also no constraint in using a race driver or the user parameterized driver only. Anything the team can use as per their requirement and as per their want. Whatever gives you the optimum result on that particular dynamic event track, you can do racing driver or the user parameterized driver. So I am current these iterations that I talked were about the user parameterized driver. About the racing driver, you can put all the things as per
Rohit,
your
can you please
requirement.
speak
Such that
louder?
it gives
Your
you
voice is
optimum
not
result.
coming properly.
Okay. Is it audible now? Is it audible? Is it good?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay. So these were the things that you can do in IPG driver tab. Now coming towards the maneuver tab. Okay. Okay. So in the maneuver tab, these are the first are the global settings. In the global settings, okay. So whatever needs to be input here in the maneuver commands, or what should be these values. So by default, all of these values should be 0. Operator state should be drive. Vehicle operator, IPG operator. It should the active type should be clicked. If the operator state is absent, then the vehicle won't move if you start. So by mistake, if you click absent and the vehicle is not moving, then that is not an error, but you have by mistake selected the operator state as absent. You have to select it as on drive. You can take a screenshot of this tab. Okay, so the maneuver commands that need to be fed in here are different for each dynamic event, and we will be releasing along with the tracks what needs to be fed in here. Okay, so it will help us in evaluating. So the manure commands, just make sure that the manure commands and all the details that we release along with the IPG, the tracks that we will be releasing tomorrow. So just go through them thoroughly and just see that you don't miss any of these commands while saving your test run file. Otherwise, it might have an issue in the evaluation. Now, here we start the maneuver now. So I have to add new. Say for example, if I set the time duration to 300 seconds, then the vehicle will go through that track. After 300 seconds, the simulation will ultimately stop. Okay, just I'll show you what happens. IPG driver already I showed you what all parameters I had set. The duration has been kept to 300 seconds currently. I'll close this and I'll start the simulation. Okay. So as has been mentioned in the guidelines, okay, you can see this error handling. So if this error is coming, the error that you saw now, I'll again show it just okay. So this error is coming. Okay. For this, we have already mentioned in the guidelines what needs to be done. So you have to open the error handling from parameters, and you have to set the general error and initialization value to 10,000. So I'll do the same. I'll open parameters, error handling, general and initialization. The max value you have to edit it to 10,000. It will help you resolve that error. Just see to it that you don't change any of the other values here. Okay. Just as per this, we have made the change. Now I'll start again. So at start it shows preparation. If the laptop or the computer system you are using doesn't have a good graphics card, so it might take some time to start the simulation. So this is the test track. I have removed some of the graphics objects. That's why it might be looking odd to you. Okay, so you saw this, right? If I start the simulation only with the general settings and I don't set the maneuver for this particular obstacle, then I'm getting one error. So it is trying to go through that obstacle as per the set generalized values. So what you can do is you can directly set the maneuver different for each track. So as you saw, the vehicle is going off track at a distance of 203.83 meters. So what I'll do the change is I'll open the maneuver. I'll add one more maneuver. In the first maneuver, what I'll do is I'll set it as the vehicle went off track after 203 meters. I'll set the distance to say 190 meter. For first 190 meter, I want my vehicle to maneuver at the speed of 30 kilometer per hour. In the subsequent maneuver, uh, I'll set it to almost say 30 meters such that this obstacle is overcome and I want my vehicle to go through this obstacle at a speed of 12. And at the last, then I'll again increase the time duration to 300. So these are the three maneuvers that I set. And the speed that you set here in the longitudinal dynamics part, so the vehicle won't go beyond this speed. It will stay within the limits of the speed value that you are inputting here. Okay. I'll again start. I made the change in the maneuver. So here, whatever maneuver currently the vehicle is through, so that will be highlighted with this blue line here. You can see the active distance and time traveled by the vehicle in here. Okay, so 190 meter now, just observe. It is going at a speed of 30. After completing 190 meter, it